Three women, wives, mothers, and entrepreneurs with mouths and minds so dirty they don't want the parents in the carpool line to know their real identities. This is Kinks Out. Our names may be made up, but the stories are real.
Welcome to another episode of Kinks Out. School's out and vacations are coming up. If you're anything like us, you're hoping to have more time to relax and read while slipping a beverage of choice, hopefully by a body of water. So my body of water that I unfortunately have to sit by is a baby pool. So that's cool. I dunked like
Fill it
one
with
big
booze.
toe in it. We do water balloons, so it's fine. But
yeah.
Hopefully, if you are sitting by a body of water, it's bigger than a baby pool. But if we're going to be realistic, we're reading while handing out popsicles, cleaning up spilled bubbles, which is the fucking worst. I hate spilled bubbles.
Right? Why? Like, why? This bubbles are always spilled.
They're sticky, and then if you get more water on them, it's slippery. It's a mess. It's like,
but they're
a great
them.
idea. Yeah, or it's a great idea, but then also it's not. And, we're doing camp pickups, drop-offs, like weird tan lines, all of the things, because we can't just like sit and get a tan or a burn in my case.
Yeah, same.
That's not, I don't actually get a tan. Our advice is do the realistic bit with friends. Somebody brings the popsicles, somebody brings the balloons, somebody brings the juice boxes. It works perfectly.
Seriously, let them run amok. And then you can at least hang out with your besties.
You're like, it's fine. This is fine because there's other kids being jerks at the same time. That's how I honestly view it. I'm like, if those kids are acting that way and my kids are acting that way, it's fine. Because
it always makes me feel so much better. Yeah, it makes me, I'm like, so it's not just me, it's also you. Okay, I feel better now.
Good. Your kid's a jerk too? Perfect. So, but to help you save time deciding what you need to read this summer or should read this summer or might want to read this summer, the three of us compiled some books that we recommend and some that are coming out this summer that we're super excited for. And now we're going to share them with you because that's what we do. We share everything.
Right? Whether you want to hear it or not.
Whether you want it or not. Get your popsicles ready because we're going to tell you what to read.
Whether it's your regular popsicles or your boozy popsicles.
Or I was just going to say, do you think they make like dildo-shaped popsicles?
Definitely.
Or popsicle-shaped dildos.
Wait. So you're just talking about dick popsicles.
Dicksicles.
Yes. And this episode will be called
Dicksicles.
Dicksicles.
What if I rolled up to your house and was like, here's your Dicksicles?
You come over for a play date and all of the popsicles are shaped like dicks. I'm not even mad.
I feel like
I will not be mad.
Isn't that what a rocket pop is? Isn't that what they are? They're like dildo-shaped popsicles.
Firework.
Like a bomb pop?
Yeah, a bomb pop.
It's a little phallic looking.
You could definitely use that in a pinch.
Ooh, think about how the mess that would make.
Listen, your summer list of super soakers and popsicles, we're just gonna let you be, Shug.
Shug is having herself a hot girl summer.
I cannot.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, we'll talk more about Dicksicles again, I'm sure. Dicksicles? Dicksicles.
All right, listen. So what makes a good summer book for you? Like, Shug, you're about to go to the beach. What makes a good summer read?
A book that has like 10 pages.
She's like, I don't read.
A book with lots of pictures.
Like one chapter with some pictures and no words. Like a flip book. That's what you need. You need a flip book.
I loved those.
But like hers needs to be like people doing
it. No,
it's like, yes, it does because they don't make sounds. There's no words to read and you just flip through it. Like they can't see me, but I'm making like a, sexual gesture. It would be the flip book.
I have to say, look how far we've come. We can now look at each other while we record. We couldn't even do that at the beginning.
Episode 1, we'd have been like not capable at all of doing that.
Not at all.
We're growing.
All right. Well, Mars, then what makes a good summer book for you?
I definitely think that if I was to like be sitting on the beach, I would want something funny for sure.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to read like a dark romance or anything like that at the beach. I want it to be fun, like funny banter, spicy, but still just like lighthearted type of book. To me seems like the ideal beach read.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm the same. That funny banter is good, but I also like a good like vacation theme vibe. I don't know, like especially if I'm at the beach, I like ones that are, you know, maybe they go away or something, or I don't know. Like I like those type of beach
because
reads.
then it's like you're on vacation together.
Right? I feel like I'm in the book.
You're there. Or it's like you're sitting on the beach and you're reading a scene and you're like, maybe it's that couple over there. Maybe,
right?
Like type of deal. I look like I'm driving a car, but I'm reading a book. Sorry. That's what that looked like. Yeah, I think that the something definitely more like lighthearted, just fun.
I can't read something serious at the beach.
No,
that, like
I feel like it kills the beach vibe.
Yeah,
you want to be just like
feel chill.
Yes, I agree.
Exactly.
But do you do a Kindle or a physical book while you're away? Like, or do you do both?
I used to take like 5 or 6 paperbacks fucking with me to the beach. Like I was legit. My husband is the kind of person, I mean, we have 4 kids now, so it's not the same. Like you don't go and relax at the beach, but like we were just away and my parents had come with us. And so between my husband and my parents, they had the kids covered and they were like, just go chill for a little bit. And I laid on a lounger and I read for 30 minutes on my Kindle and it was heaven. Like, I don't know the last time I fully did that because like we were in a pool, but when we go to the beach, I feel like I'm on high alert. So now with kids, like I can't lay and do that because all the kids are, you know, running amok on the beach. But before having a gaggle of children, I would pack like so many paperbacks because I didn't know what mood I would be in. And I would be so afraid that I would start a book and not like it. And I'd be like, this is ruined my fucking vacation. Like,
that's what I love
this book is horrible.
Yeah, that's what I love about a Kindle. And that's like anytime I go anywhere, I take a Kindle. Because then if I'm starting to read something and I'm like, this is not my vibe right now. This is not the mood I'm in. Done. Download another one.
Yep.
You're good.
Yeah. So now I take my Kindle.
Yeah, but what about sand in the Kindle?
They're like waterproof and stuff, so they're fine. Well,
it doesn't have keys on it.
Sand
so
and
it's
stuff.
Not like did you say you can't stand sand and stuff and you're leaving for the beach like on Monday?
No, I love the beach, but I can't stand when there's sand trapped in things. Like trapped in your phone case or trapped in your Kindle case or like trapped in your bottom of your swimsuit.
How about we both immediately have questions? We're like,
that is the worst. That is the worst. Yes. Like if you're out in the ocean and you get hit by a wave and then like you're trying to get it all out and it just cannot, like that is the worst feeling ever.
The thing
when you have a padded vagina.
Salty vag. I feel like when you're at the beach though, it's just like kind of a given that you're going to get sand.
Yeah.
Kind of everywhere. Yeah. So like what do you do to dispose of the sand?
No, I love sand and everything except for my bottom and my devices.
You don't want to have sandy cheeks.
I don't like sand in my devices. That bugs me.
That's fair. I don't either. I just didn't know if you like had a plan in place. Like, do you keep all your devices like in a plastic bag?
I do in a plastic bag.
I'm sure you do. You just bought a bunch of storage cubes, so maybe you'll have a bunch of things. Which, side note, you probably haven't packed yet, have you?
Nope. But I am bringing actual books.
That's what I was going to ask. Books. Yeah. Do you have actual books?
Yeah, because I don't want to get my Kindle sandy.
It's understandable. I'm okay with that.
The old sandy Kindle.
I'm not going to read anyways. It's really true. Like the whole time I'm like, what's going on over there? What did those people find? Is there a dolphin in the ocean? Is my child getting carried away by a rip current?
Right? Yeah.
That is true. I haven't been to the beach in a long time, but I do think that it would be really hard for me to like sit and read and relax with like three kids, one of them being a toddler. Even the boys, like my older kids, I would be nervous and have to like be watching them the whole time.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
even I
Yeah.
don't think
Even
I'd
in
be
the
like
pool.
We always do this thing where we'll be like, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be like, all right, I got one. Like I got 1 and 2, you got 3 and 4. Or like, so we make sure that one of us is always has
that's what
eyes
we
on
do
whatever
too.
number of kids. Yeah.
We'll
Because,
say like your and then the name of our child. Like if one of us
yeah.
has to what? Like I'll be like, I'm going to the bathroom,
Yeah.
your child.
Yeah. My husband and I, we do pretty good at the beach because we usually go to the beach every year, but this year we deviated into Disney. So, but typically when we go to the beach, he likes activities. Like he wants to bocce. He wants to fucking do it all.
Mhm.
And I just want to be left alone. So it works. It'll be like, all right, I'm on duty for all the kids. You go bocce for 30 minutes or whatever, or fly a kite, whatever the fuck you do.
Gonna fly kite.
I'll have the kids. And then it's like, all right, your turn. And then I'm like, cool, I'm going to just fall asleep on the beach for 30 minutes. So like, that's how we do it.
That works.
Just because I'm like, yeah, sometimes we each just want a break so we can divvy it up. My favorite thing is to
I
read on the
literally
beach. I'm
just
going to be so,
lay on a towel the whole time and like
it's so good.
watch
I would-
everything. But like if my kid is drowning, I'm yelling, Glaze! Go get that kid! That's
Meanwhile,
all
I'm like
I-
slow-mo ripping things off, like diving in, like we're in Baywatch. I'm like, I've
No.
got you.
do you guys remember Pamela Anderson's boobs in Baywatch when she ran?
That was
They didn't bounce,
business.
right?
They were the bounciest.
Did they bounce or they didn't bounce?
Oh my god, they bounced so much. They had a lot of bounce.
Yeah.
All right, anyway,
I
let's
don't
get
think
into
I
it.
ever
We're gonna
watched
get
it.
off on a tangent. Where do you get your book recs for vacation then?
From you.
I'm like, Shug, I want to do an Emily Henry episode with you. So finish reading Funny Story, please.
I'll take it to the beach.
That has to be the first one you read. I love it. You're gonna love it, and I'm surprised. I'm not gonna talk about it now. I have things to say. Just read
I will
it.
love it.
I have a whole page of notes.
Do you?
I'm not doing that.
Yes.
This shocking information. You have a
She
whole
says-
page.
She says I'm not doing that.
What, reading it or making notes? Or both?
Making notes. I'll keep it all up here.
Up in the old noodle. All right. So my summer reading list, I have a couple books that I've already read that I recommend because I loved them. And the first one is Mr. Bentley by Mackenzie Fox. So it is male, female, taboo. It's her ex-boyfriend's dad. Goes on this vacation with two of her best friends, and they get to the resort, and she sees her ex-boyfriend's dad. And he, at that point, did not know they had broken up or what a douche his son was. Like, to the point. It was really good. It was short, too. It wasn't super long. It was easy. It was fun. They were at this, like, beautiful, in my mind, 5-star resort situation.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's a silver fox. His, on the cover of it is, like, that hot guy.
Dude,
like,
I know exactly who you're talking
know
about.
who I mean. I forget what his name is, but he is like the silver fox of the smut world.
Yeah.
So he's on the cover. He is Mr. Bentley, and he was also Ronan Cade, in Highest Bidder.
Yes.
They're the same guy. Like, it's a movie.
Yeah.
They were just on the cover. So that
Wait,
one
like a
is
real person or a drawn character?
No, it's a real person.
Yeah,
And
it's
he's
a
like-
model,
person.
a book model. Yeah.
He's smoking
Okay.
hot. He's a
Okay.
smoking
Yeah,
hot
he's
silver.
smoking for sure, for sure.
Like, yeah,
He
is.
Okay, daddy.
I don't have any ex-boyfriends whose dads look like that.
No. No, I don't know
Long
what
way
world
from
they're
me.
living in.
Right? No, I don't know anything like that. So that's a good one. It's fun. It's an easy read. It's pretty quick. Do I keep going? Am I doing all mine?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
My second one is The Cock Down the Block by Amy Award. Award. I don't want to say it. It's
Did you
spelled
say
like
the
a
cock down the
yes,
block?
the cock down the block. And on the
Do you
cover
like how
of
she's like, why was that surprising that that would be the title? Do you not know us?
I thought it was
it,
cop. And then I was like,
no,
no, a cock.
the cock
The
down the
cock.
block. But they're obviously referencing penises, but also the main female
I like
main
how you
character.
said that.
They're referencing the penis, but the female main character has a rooster. And it like plays a really funny part in this book because it's friends to lovers. He's a football player. It's so funny. And this rooster does like the cock plays a big part in it in more than one way. But it's just like, yeah, not like the rooster, but I just mean like cocks in general. Jesus. There's a lot of cocks in this book.
I mean, the last book you read, you were talking about bull sex, so I don't know where we're going with
Be
this.
fair. You bought that book for me. Thank you.
Right? Touche, Mars. Touche.
You made that purchase, and I read it because you told me to. So maybe that's why I haven't watched The Idea of You yet. I'm scared of your recommendations. Mic drop.
I just did
Yeah,
that
there's
middle
none of-
school finger slap thing that boys would do. That I just did that.
Suck it, Shug. Just kidding. I love you.
She was yelling at me for a minute.
Anyway, yeah, I had to. I got heated, but I didn't really mean it.
Those are two things I haven't read. Those are two things I haven't read, so I'm going to put them on my list.
The Cock Down the Block is really funny, and there's another one to it, and I think it's called The Wiener Down the Way, and it's about and it has a wiener dog, but I haven't read that one yet. Yeah, this one was really funny, and there wasn't like a big like third act breakup like situation. Yeah. It was easy, so that's why I think like for the beach, it's a good one to read. It's funny.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Boomerangers by Heather. I always feel bad when I butcher their last names. Orgeron.
I've never heard of this one. What is this?
So it is small town, second chance, really funny. The female main character is a sex therapist, and she moves back home with her parents after a divorce situation, and she has twin boys and then like another son, and like all to different baby daddies. And she moves back home and like basically has the second chance romance with her like high school sweetheart. And it's another one that's really funny because there's a little kid in it. And he like makes it. He's like one of those little kids in a book who's like, no little kid actually says the stuff that they say, but it's so funny to imagine. They have a funny nickname for him. And of course I can't remember it now, but it's another series too. The second one is Doppelgangers. And I read that one and it's really funny. But yeah, Boomerangers was another just like easy, I think, like funny.
I haven't read that one either. I'm going to have to put these on my list.
And Doppelgangers, the second one, is a vacation one. They go on a cruise in the beginning. So if you read Boomerangers and then you're like on a cruise, read Doppelgangers because they do it on like a chair on one of the decks of the cruise.
Shit.
So yeah, Boomerangers was really good though. I liked it a lot. It was funny. It's like the Cajun something series, but I think there's only 2 out right now. But they play all the characters are like in both books.
So those are the ones. That's like ones that you think people should add to their TBR for the summer.
Recommendations.
Yeah, good deal. All right, Shug, do you have recommendations for everybody?
I do, but they're not going to be that in depth. Like I'm not going to be able to describe them.
But that's okay.
You do you, boo-boo.
I feel my books are just going to be like things I've already talked about like 5 million times. Starting with Twilight by Stephanie Myers.
Oh shit.
This is the summer read of 2002.
This is the book of summer.
What year did it come out? I don't even know what year it came out, but it's a long time ago.
I'm going to look it up. But tell us about Twilight and we should read
Tell us, what is this book?
I remember
What's
when
it
this book
about?
came
Like the
out.
sky?
No. I remember when this book came out, I would stay up all night to read this book because wait, do you think anybody listening doesn't know what this about?
I hope not. Like, I hope they do know. I'm going to be disappointed. We're going to need to do a
Yeah.
poll with our readers and see who's read Twilight.
If people say no, then I'm just not going to know what to think.
It came out in 2006.
Yeah, I was
So
close.
almost 20
2002.
years ago.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. I don't even think there's too much getting it on in those books, right? I don't think there's any getting it on.
First book, no.
No.
Not until she gets impregnated with a werewolf
Well,
hybrid
spoiler alert.
vampire. Actually, he's not a
God
werewolf.
damn, now
He's
I don't
just a
have to read
vampire.
it.
Jeez, thanks for spoiling that for me.
Guess I don't have to
I
read
don't
it.
know.
Hmm.
I feel like that is just the love story of the century. A vampire who glistens in the sun in love with a very boring young girl.
I just almost shot fizzy water out of my nose that you said that was the love
Okay.
story of a century.
Of the century.
I mean, do you not, like, whenever you picture anything romantic, just imagine Christina Perry's A Thousand Oceans and, like, Flowers in the Woods?
No.
Like, that's what I picture. That's what I
Isn't it
picture.
1,000 years? I have come due for 1,000.
Oh, yeah, 1,000 years. Tori Amos sang
You're
1,000
welcome.
oceans, 100 oceans or something.
What
Ocean
is
Avenue.
happening right now? Oh, yellow card.
This is
We're
what
going.
happens.
We're gone.
This is what happens when it's late at night for me. Yeah, that's what I picture when I think of romance. Of a weird vampire guy standing in the corner of my room watching me sleep.
Oh.
Okay, well, the book I just started has a super stalker dude who watches her sleep. He's not a vampire, and he's definitely
So he
crazy.
doesn't sparkle.
No, not unless you throw glitter on him.
Unless you
Which
throw glitter.
is not part of the book, but just a suggestion.
So
Okay,
maybe
your
I'd be
Twilight.
into stalker books. Okay. My next book is of course by Emily Henry because this is like the one author that I've read all of her stuff except for the new one. That's on my to be read. That's on my to be read list. But Book Lovers, I love that book. Did you read that one?
It's called Book Lovers?
No.
I have it on my bookshelf. Should I read it?
Yeah, it's like small town, boy meets girl. They knew each other in their past life, come back together, fall in love, that kind of thing. Kind of
I love a book like that every now and then.
Yeah, not like enemies, but like I don't know. Like I think it was like high school, and I'm probably telling you about the wrong book, to be honest. Because I don't really know. What? A bookstore. There's a bookstore in it. They fall in love.
They love books.
They do it on the couch.
There's a book. And it's a book.
I don't retain a lot of information after I'm done reading. You guys like literally can like be like, this is what happened on page 45. And I'm like, there's a book in the title, so I think there was a book involved.
You're like, I love you.
I think maybe there was books, something about a book.
It was really good. Emily Henry, if you're listening, it was great.
It was one of your books, Emily Henry. We're not entirely sure which one, but she loves them all.
But she loves them, so it doesn't matter.
So it's high praise. It's high.
Yeah,
see,
I
think
could
it's a
pull up the
compliment.
synopsis. Yeah, I could
It's a
pull it up,
compliment.
but
oh my god.
But I'm gonna let you find out on your own what it's about. Small
We
town
didn't find the
bookstore.
book first. This is like a scavenger hunt. Based off of
Just-
those sick clues you gave, we have to figure out which one it is.
Okay, and my last book is The Idea of You by Robin Lee, because we've talked about it a million times, and I actually remember information from it because I did just reread it. So,
How about I'm still saying her name, Robin E. Lee, in my head? So you know.
so I don't
Such a
think I
good
have to
book.
synopsis that because we've
I mean, yeah,
just spent an
You don't have to
entire
synop
episode
it.
on it.
yeah,
You
it's a
don't have
good one.
to
That is a
synop
good summer read. I read that last summer or the summer before, whatever that. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
I
was
do
one of
think
the.
that was a good one because it all like takes place over the summer.
It was a good one.
It takes place
Yep.
over the summer. Summer.
No, as Shug would say, summer, summer, summertime.
That was my suggestions. Sorry
Intelligent
about
girl
all of
summer.
that.
Intelligent girl
Sorry
summer.
about all of that.
Sorry. That should just be the title.
Those-
Sorry about that.
Sorry about
That
that.
should actually be the name of this podcast. Sorry about that.
Changing.
Oh
We're
my
gonna
gosh.
rebrand everything.
This is no longer
Wait till I
King's
tell you
Talk.
about my TBRs. No,
Sorry about
nothing
that.
about.
It's gonna be even better.
It's gonna be so good.
Oh
All right,
my
Geech, tell
gosh.
us, what are your recommendations?
All right, my 3 recommendations right now are 3 Ways to Mend a Broken Heart. This is Trilliana Pucci's
Clap, clap.
most recent, right? Like
Clap, clap.
hot as fuck. Why choose
Yep,
2 alpha football players and 1 chick?
so good.
Fake dating. Fake dating, 1 bed. They're on a tropical vacay. Revenge.
I think my favorite part of that whole book, I mean, the whole book itself is really good, but it's when she's drunk and she wants the flamingo raft and she's like,
Oh
don't
my
forget
God.
the chicken.
I love that book so much. One of the what is it? Her the intro or like the dedication for that. I have to look this up because it was fantastic. So I'm going to pull that up. But yeah, I mean, I loved these characters and you
That's a
just
really
fell in
good
love with them.
vacation read.
Yeah, it's short. It's not a super long book. Like it's just fantastic. So her dedication says, "To all my exes, thanks for sucking. I could have never written Elite Revenge without you." It is chef's kiss. Read it. You don't want to miss it. My next one, I am still on this like cowboy kick. Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. So the FMC is an interior designer and she's hired to revamp this project on the MMC's family ranch. It's a small town, forced proximity kind of thing. There's so much tension. And usually that's not my bag, but I loved it in this. And the MMC is a golden retriever, which totally just like, but yeah, like she ends up having to stay in his house on the ranch with him. So then she's closer to the project. And, you know, like just that, those are all the things that I love. Yeah. Like just put it all together and just tie it up in a little bow. And I'm just like, ooh, sign me up. So yeah, that one's
Is
a
that
good one.
the third one in that series?
The second one in that series. The first one is Done and
Oh,
Dusted.
yeah.
Which is really good too. Yeah. So like these were, I read Done and Dusted, and then as soon as this one was out, I had to gobble it up. But my third is Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. And I waited forever for the spice to hit in this because I don't, it took a hot minute. But slow burn, I feel like brother's best friend, enemies to lovers, forced proximity, fake dating. If you read Megan Quinn books, if you know, you know. It's just like it was a good, easy summer read. So put that on your list.
I think I love Megan Quinn. I've read some of her books. I do love her books, but they never seem as spicy as, like, to me, as what you guys are usually into. Are they less spicy than what you're into?
So I feel like Bridesmaid for Hire and some of the other ones, no, they're not as spicy. I feel like they're on like maybe an Emily Henry level spice.
Yeah.
But the hockey series that we were
Yes.
reading, yeah, that I have one of those on my summer reading list that we probably both have on our summer reading list, Mars, that's coming out soon.
No, I
But
do.
yeah, the hockey series
So good.
is spicy. We've talked about Halsey Holmes
Halsey
before.
Holmes.
The one
Oh, I
male
didn't know
character
that
in
was
one of
Megan
hers.
Quinn.
Yeah, but
whole
that
series.
series is really spicy.
So
The Agitators, right? Isn't that what they are?
Yes.
The Agitators?
And they're so funny too. Like those books are like so good
Yeah.
and spicy and funny. I would think like any of that, the Agitators series would be really good for
Summer reads.
summer reads.
But yeah, I feel like Bridesmaid for Hire was a slow burn, but once again, the same sort of thing. Like it was funny.
I didn't read that one either.
Yeah,
but I do
I'm
love
trying
Megan
to
Quinn.
remember. I read one this year and I can't remember.
You read
Which one it
I
was.
thought
We
it
made
was
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids for Hire.
Bridesmaids for Hire was on our book club, I think.
Yes, I didn't read that, but I read Vacation Wars.
How casual.
Yeah,
Yes,
did
I
read-
didn't read that.
Oh, I did not. That was not
I
me.
did not make that book. No.
I
She's like,
did
I
read
made that our book
Vacation
club
Wars
book because
this
I
year.
said I would read it.
All right. So are we ready to move on to our plan? What we want to read? Our TBRs?
Yeah, let's
for
do
the
it.
summer?
What's in your TBR, Mars?
So my first one is So Real by Abby Millsaps. It comes out July 24th. It's not out yet. It's the second book in the series. The first book is So Wrong. And I read that based on the recommendation of her Instagram handle is Real Slut for Smut. And I have read like a couple recommendations from her that have been so good. So this is So Real. It's the second book. It's reverse harem. There's sports involved. And it's two different like timelines. Like they kind of flash back and forth type of deal to like when they were in high school versus now.
Okay.
And it's multiple point of view, which I like too. Like it's
Yeah,
the
I
female
love
main
dual
character
POV. Mhm.
and the two
Mhm.
male characters. They're like, so it's the three of them. And the first book ended not like on a cliffhanger, but on like a, oh shit. Like it ended with the male main character finding out something about the female main character that like he didn't know. And that's like literally just how it ends. He's like,
Oh, geez.
yes. So I'm excited for that one. Yeah, it comes out July 24th. So that's definitely on my list. I actually went back and read the first series or the first three books in the same series that are like different characters, but like in the same, Lake Chapel Boys, I think is what it is. I read those three books too, and they were really good.
Did we talk about these with No Trigger Nancy?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
I was
I
like,
was
why
reading-
does this all sound familiar? Okay.
Yes,
No,
I was
it's all
reading
coming
So
together
Wrong
now.
when we did No Trigger Nancy.
Okay.
And I loved it. And then, yeah, The Boys of Lake Chapel was the first three books. And I loved those ones too. So I'm excited for So Real because I think that it'll be so really good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So
Super
really
good.
good.
So really good. All right,
Super
my next
really
one,
good.
and Geeg, I know you're excited about this one too, is Pucking Wrong Man by
Oh
C.R.
my
James.
God.
It's the, hockey, the crazy hockey series is what I call it. Like there's, the pucking around, which is like the cute hockey. And then you get the pucking wrong man, pucking wrong date, pucking wrong number, all by C.R. Jane. And they are the crazy hockey. And I
So
cannot
crazy.
wait because I feel like each book, the male main character has gotten crazier.
So much crazier.
Like each book gets a little bit more unhinged, and I am so excited for that one.
So
to come
wait.
out.
What's the next one coming out?
Pucking Wrong Man, and it's the one that they call the like older guy on the team who's like in his 30s. He's not old, but
Camden
he's
James. Yeah.
yes, he's like the older guy on the team. They call him, even though he's not old by any means, but they're all in their 20s.
It comes out July 19th.
That one can't
Can
wait.
I ask a real question?
Always.
Aren't they always
why,
real?
Why are there so many books that have the word fucking in the name?
Because it's like fucking. But about
I
hockey.
know, but like there's a lot. Like how many?
There
Let's
are.
count them.
Pucking around.
And I'll just
Fucking
sit here
wild.
while you. Oh,
Pucking wild, pucking
Fucking
sweet,
sweet.
pucking
Fucking ever
romance,
after.
pucking. I mean, there's at least 10. And those are just the
Yeah.
ones I've read. And
Yeah.
there's more.
But not by
It's
the
just
same author either.
no, all by
No,
different
no.
people. It's just a
And
play on
authors
words.
don't get mad if somebody
Hockey
else is
is,
like
I can't
using the
remember
word
where I've
pucking.
read this once or heard it, but I feel like somebody was talking about sports romance books and that hockey was the most popular. So that's why that one is so tapped into, is that like that's the one that's the most read of the sports world.
Do you know that somebody really missed an opportunity to trademark that word? Like they really missed an opportunity
Oh yeah.
because they
Isn't
could have
is
like monopolized it.
is pucking not a real word?
No.
I don't know. I just didn't like if you have a puck, like puck is a word. Like a
Yeah, but
hockey
you
puck.
wouldn't be like,
But you don't go say,
"Yeah,
I'm going
I'm
to
gonna
go to
go
the
do
hockey
some
game and watch them
pucking."
pucking.
I guess not. I guess that's true. Quit pucking around.
I mean, you could say you would be like, my kids are pucking around, but I don't think that
right.
that was a. Is it in the dictionary?
If we
Can you
want to get to,
trademark that word then?
we should.
Someone's probably already doing that for
Oh
sure.
my God, that's what we should do. We should figure out how to do that, and then all these authors will owe us lots of money.
Can
This
you
is how we
imagine?
get
We were like,
big.
here's your bill.
So, excuse us. That's our word now.
I'm literally
We
looking up how to
own
do this.
pucking. We fucking own you.
Listen, that book is going to be so good, though. I feel like C.R. Jane's The Pucking series books just get better and better.
They do, because each book the guys get crazier, but the stories are different. Like they all have that, damsel in distress situation
Yeah.
for the most part. But they're all like really good. And I love the banter between all the guys. Like how they each one gets like added to the text thread, and then
Yeah.
they all like go back and forth.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's a
I
funny
love it.
one. And then
All right,
my
what's next?
last one is Entwined by Rebecca Quinn.
Oh my gosh, when does that come out?
July 16th. Yeah. I'm super excited about that one because it's the final book in the series. And it's that like post-apocalyptic reverse harem, multiple POVs. And this one is like that you get your HEA. But like that second book ended in like a real, oh shit. Like what's gonna happen?
You just made my summer.
Yeah.
Mars.
I'm super excited for that one.
How did I not? Yeah, Sugar's so excited.
Yeah, I'm that book. That's one of those books too that like it's not straight spice. Like you get a ton of spice, especially book 2 was really spicy.
There's so much plot.
And there's so much plot that is so good. So I don't know if it's necessarily these books might not be the beachiest of reads.
Yeah, but still.
But they are the books that like if I would like I want to read them bad enough that if I was on a beach, I'd be like, I don't care, I have to read these.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Or were they were longer, weren't they too?
They're super long.
Yeah, like over 600 pages.
Because I thought that the second book was both books. Like I thought that the second book was 2 and 3 combined.
Oh.
Because it was so long and then it ended.
You're like,
I was like, fuck this. So yeah, those are my TBRs for summer and I'm super, super excited.
Oh, I can't wait to add that.
Coming out.
Seriously. Well, I'll jump in because we had already talked a little bit about this. The one on my TBR coming out on Kindle Unlimited on June 25th is So This Is War by Megan Quinn. This is we love, like we've already said, we fucking love Halsey. And this is Posey's book from the Agitators.
I am excited because I love Sweet Posey.
I know. And that's another one of the things where they have this text banter with each other, like the guy group and stuff. So this book can't come out fast enough for me. I love this whole series and it's going to just be like guaranteed laugh and spice. So I feel like that's like a perfect summer read.
I agree.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Some of the other ones that I have on my list though, I feel like you'll be Shug, this might be something you're interested in. Side note, when I was editing our episode of unhingedness. We're so dumb. We kept calling Harry a mermaid, but it's music for a sushi restaurant. He's not a mermaid. He's like an octopus or something.
Oh my God, you guys.
No, he was a
you're kicked out of the
mermaid. He was a
family.
fish.
He's not a mermaid. He is not a mermaid. You Google that shit right now while we're on this. I will not let you.
He's a fish.
He is not a merman.
I think that gets you guys demoted from heads of the fan.
You need to simmer down. No.
I'm coming to your house and revoking your privileges to have a hairy cardboard cutout.
Don't do it.
I know the code.
So you do know the code.
The ultimate threat. I know your garage code.
I can get into your home. She can't get into my home, but she just leaves me sweet treats in my garage. So it's fine.
I do.
Yes, I'm so lucky. But so a book that I found, I don't even remember how I found it, but it's called Called to the Deep by Desiree M. Nicolai. And mermaids, a ship captain. I'm excited to dive into this. See what I did there?
Oh,
right. I'm here all night. It's fine. Yeah, I really like.
Motherfucker. He is a squid.
I feel like I need a full disclaimer on our episode so people know
Looks
that
like
we
a mermaid.
In our defense, we were in mermaid land because of your dream.
Yes.
We were very up in that.
I also feel like this episode should be titled "Motherfucker, He is a Squid." That's gonna be the hairy tattoo I get. Jug, I want you to handwrite it, and I'm gonna get your handwriting, and it's just gonna say, "Motherfucker, he is a squid."
Please.
I mean, it's even hotter now with all those tentacles.
Davy Jones.
Like, right, you didn't you guffaw at me because I was into Davy Jones, and you were like the guy, the octopus
with all the tentacles.
Yes, but his face didn't look like that.
That's true.
I wasn't worried about his face.
There's like the sucker things on it. I don't know. I wouldn't want Davy Jones's face between my legs.
No,
thank you. Well, moving on. My last book. I love social media for this. So, For the Plot by Katie Van Brunt. We made a new friend on social. Yeah, like that just fills my cup. So she is an author, a newer author, I believe. And we connected via Instagram. And this has a couple that are on like they're not together, but it's a woman who's in Greece and a guy who's in Greece. And I don't know the full extent to all of it because I didn't want to read a bunch of it yet because I want to like go in blind. But I know there's one bed and I know there's pegging. And I was like, Yerp, sign me up.
And done.
I was just like, vacation setting and these other things, okay. Yeah, and I feel like we just really jived with her. And I think when I was talking, I was like, Mars would love this too. And then all of a sudden, you chime in. Like we were both in the Instagram app chatting at the same time. And she's like, yeah, Mars here now. Yep, sounds good. Adds it to TBR.
She probably has regrets. She's like, maybe I don't want to be friends with the Kinks Out girls.
She's like, but no, I'm really excited to read hers. And as soon as I get through The Heat of Us, which I messaged Eliana last night because I have to tell you what I messaged
I was messaging her while I was reading it because I just like, if anybody who's listening, we interviewed Eliana after her debut duology came out, The Scent of Us, and The Heat of Us just came out, and it is so good. Like, yeah, she's just such a good writer, and the details and like the spice and just everything. Yeah, and it just. I love that book. Yeah, I was messaging her like the middle of the night one night, and she's in Australia. So I'm like, I don't know if I can time it is there, but I have to tell her right now that I love this.
I messaged her at like 11:30 at night. I was like, I'm dying. There was a cock in my ass. Not just laying there like a hot dog in a bun. I text her that, one of her excerpts from it, and I was just like, you've outdone yourself. I cannot put this book down.
Yes. I could not stop reading that book. I loved it so much.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's an honorary mention in all this. Like, I'm not finished with it, but I can't put it down. But I'm only
So
like
good.
50% through it. But I'm in love with it so far. So, yeah, put that in your summer reading list, everybody, too, because
Definitely.
I feel like I love it even more already than her first two.
I
Like,
did
I don't
too.
know. I feel like she's just grown as an author, too. And I just love how, I don't know. I just love her writing.
Yes. I said that, like, I loved Juno's story so much, but I do think, like, I liked Hazel's more, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, same. I know. I keep wondering where she's going to go with it, but
yeah.
So yeah, Called to the Deep by Desiree M. Nicolai. For the Plot by Katie Van Brunt, and what was my other one? Oh, the Megan Quinn. This Is War. So This Is War. Boom, mic drop. I cannot wait.
I want to read those too. All right,
look at us sharing TBRs. Give us what you got, baby girl.
Baby girl.
I mean, obviously, funny story by Emily Henry, because I actually have to read it. So that's on my TB read. That's what's going TB read, to be read, whatever. TB read. This is what I'm going to try to read on vacation. Yeah, what?
TBR.
TBR.
Just
wait,
or to be read.
Doesn't that stand for to be read?
Yeah, but you were saying like TB read. I don't know.
That's like when people are like AB3 or like 1-2C.
I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. When you told me to look
love
up
you.
the Harry thing, literally all I could put in Google was sushi restaurant, and I couldn't think of the other words to go with it. I was just scrolling through sushi restaurants like, what am I looking for?
So now you're going to have a bunch of sushi delivered to your house at 11 o'clock at night. It's fine.
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
My brain has shut down. Okay, so that's first on the list. I want to read Lynn Painter's Better Than the Movies. I've heard from a lot of people that it's super cute. I'm sure there's nothing that you guys would enjoy in it, but I think that it's just like a cute romantic comedy, and I think it's like, I think it draws inspiration from like all the romantic comedies that you watch movies.
Listen, whenever I looked it up, I immediately looked it up and it says teen and young adult romantic comedy.
Yes, exactly. That is
so
the
this
type
tracks
of book
perfectly.
I need.
Sugar's next recommendation is The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Dude, I love that series book. Though.
I did love that book.
I didn't
read the books, but I watched the show.
I have nothing to say about it. I just was joking. I didn't know anything about it. I just know it was
I read that book last year.
She loved it.
I definitely look in teen fiction because I figure that I can handle, like, it's smaller words, less pages. Get through it.
Okay, I take it back. Sugar's next recommendation is Dragons Love Tacos.
That is a good book.
It is a good
book. That is a good fucking book.
I read it today. That's why I thought of it. I love Dragons Love Tacos.
My last book recommendation is better than that. I love Frida McFadden. You've probably never read any of her books, though.
Isn't she like mystery thriller? Yeah.
I know her name for sure, and I've seen tons of her books.
Yeah, so she has a new book coming out called The Boyfriend. And the last one I read from her was The Teacher, and it was like all these twists and turns with like a student and a teacher, and it was really good. I liked it. It's like you never expect what's the ending is going to be. So
is there murder? Like, are these like psychological thrillers? Like, is there like just like murder and like, is
No,
it
it's
spooky?
more like these, well, I guess people do die, but like it's more like somebody like preying mentally on people. That's kind of what it
Ugh.
is.
See, that gives me
Psychological thriller.
anxiety.
I
No,
can't.
I love
Sometimes
them.
books like that stress me out too much.
Like, yeah, I need like he's so in love with her. He's a stalker, but he cute though.
Yeah.
And he got a
Same.
pierced dick.
Yeah, I mean they're probably all attractive. Like there was her housekeeper series. It's like
But see, like housekeepers are real. Like
yes, but I'm never gonna have
Why
one.
is it real? Yeah, wait.
like some of these books like that I can't read because it's too believable to something that could actually happen. Whereas like a lot of the smutty books I read, if they're like darker, more like that, I'm like, this is so crazy. Like, yeah, right. He's not gonna put cameras in my house and like steal my birth control and kidnap me. It's fine.
But I feel like in those ones, it's like they're based off of like true crime shit. Like
I
I'd
don't
be
watch
like,
those.
me neither. But like
Yeah.
that's because like, yeah, I can't. But is
No,
it
but it
true
wasn't the
crime-esque?
housekeeper. Yeah, it wasn't the housekeeper that was the one who was the problem either. It was just like the family she was with
Okay.
were the
No, I know a
ones
lot
who
of people who
created the
love the
problem.
Frida McFadden books.
Yeah, same.
One of our bookie members is a really big fan of those.
Yeah, I always see her posting reviews for those.
She likes those books.
She's a gem.
Shok, I thought you had really good picks. I like
Yeah.
it. Like I said,
I like
when you
the
told us,
diversity. We've got
that's just it.
diversity.
When you said yours weren't good, listen, not everybody wants straight word porn, and that's okay. We're never going to yuck your yum.
Well, if
At
you
least
need
not
me to
seriously.
recommend like summer porn channels, I'll get you on that one.
Okay.
Those will be a separate link. Wait, what's summer porn? What's the difference?
You know, they're in swimsuits instead of like winter coats.
Okay. I do it in my winter coat all the time.
That's Pimp's preference.
Yes, he prefers it when I'm wearing a parka.
Honey, put on that winter coat again like you know I like.
Put the fur hood up. It feels nice on my balls. Please leave that in.
I'm just
as long as it doesn't
envisioning
have anything to do with splooge in your face.
Imagine getting splooge out of a fur hood.
Oh God.
Well, you can tell we've reached the end here because we're talking about splooge in your face.
In your fur, which is even worse.
Sploogey fur.
Oh, the dry cleaner's not going to want to deal with that.
But that's like
we
that
say
movie.
that like any of us have real fur.
This reminds me of my childhood. It's not splooge, but listen.
Time for that.
I think that I'm gonna need your therapist's number just for a minute. I just want to check in. I just want to.
No, it's not splooge.
It was a couple hints.
It was gum and fur. But it's reminding me of it.
We had some thoughts for sure.
We just wanted to touch base.
It could even be
everything's good. It's fine.
Here's some trigger words.
Fur.
See what you get out of this.
You're gonna earn your money this session.
You're not even kidding. The trauma is so real.
Just go listen to music for a sushi restaurant. You'll be fine. I know it's not Mermaid Harry, but it's
Harry.
Squid Harry.
Yes.
Squid.
Oh man.
We did it, guys.
We did. I hope everybody reads some of our books. I think that I definitely have added some to mine that I didn't have planned.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited.
Are you talking about?
Me too.
Are you talking about Twilight?
Yes.
Do you know, actually, though, and I'm not even joking, for as much as we talk about Twilight, and for as many times as I've seen like Twilight reels and stuff lately, I'm like, maybe I should fucking read Twilight.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
reread
Need
you
it.
a
really
little
actually
reread.
should.
I've read it. I own all the books, but it's like stalking me, so I feel like I need to read it now again.
Yeah.
Do a reread.
Do it.
What if I did?
After you read Zodiac Academy.
Oh my God, I know. I just started a different book though, because again, it was
Yeah.
one that was recommended and it's so fucked, but so good.
I'm just going to put Zodiac up here with the idea of you and just let that fall to bed with each other.
I read the idea of you.
The movie and the book. We're just going to let them be a couple.
I think Zodiac scares me because there's so many books in the series.
I know, but it's so good. Just, okay, I won't push it.
I
won't
want
push
to,
it.
but then every time I'm like, I finish a book and think about it, then I see like another one. Then I'm like, I'll read this one
Oh,
first.
God.
It's just one book.
I know. I can't, I don't even have any room to talk because I've done
It's
that
just
for
one book.
forever.
It's just one more hit. It's fine.
Right? That's what it is. This is our drug. It's a problem,
It
but
really
it's
is.
fine.
I'm like, I'll just read this one book because it's not a series and it's just the one book. And then I'll read the 8-book series. But then
there's a 5-book series in the middle of that you should probably read before you finish the 8-book series. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of books.
I messaged No Trigger Nancy and I was like, I'm falling off a ledge here, woman. I was like, what do I do next? And she was just like, oh, wait, you got to move to this one. But it was crazy. I don't know if it's still available, but I found one of the books, I think the next book that I have in Zodiac, for like $3 on Audible. So I was like,
that's exciting.
yeah, I was very excited about that. Sometimes you find those little, always search your books. If you're looking for an Audible, if you have it in like your Kindle library, always search it for a hot minute if you're looking for an audio, because sometimes it's on
that made me
sale.
laugh. How you said, if you're looking for an Audible.
If you're looking for an Audible,
It
just
sounded like
give
a little ditty.
Give it a little look-see.
Give it a little look-see. All right. Well, we would love to hear what you guys are reading this summer. Like, where, they'll be posts and everything. Let us know what you're reading. And if you read any of the books that we recommend, let us know too, because we want to talk about them. As it turns out, we like to really talk about the books that we have read.
Apparently.
Yeah, so find us Kinks Out Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and let us know what you're reading and what's in your TBRs too. And we have a fun summer read giveaway coming up, so be sure to check out our socials for that, because we're excited about it. It's going to be fun.
Thank you for putting up with us, everyone.
As always, thank you, everybody. We love you. And I love
Bye.
you, girls.
I love
Bye.
you guys.
Find us on socials. Did you already say that? Did you already say that?